Got a tweet I checked during this game, or during the intro there, and it's like, oh, Rifkin messing up Huck and Puck. Good thing Duck's not here too. Oh, that would just be the worst. Get like a round robin king of the hell with those 3 players. Good luck pronouncing anything right. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I try not to, and I think it's because I try not to so hard. I always mix up Huck and Puck really badly. At any rate, welcome back, guys. This is game number 2 in the losers bracket. All this means at this point is that while there's still a slot available for one of these players, this is your last life, so you're out after this. There's no like 3rd place losers bracket or anything like that. So we'll see which of these guys gets knocked out here. Currently, his life is on the line as he's down 1 game in this best of 3. In the top left corner of the map, on Deadwing, it's going to be the red Protoss player Puck.
And in the bottom left corner, actually, no, never mind. This was the same spawn I had versus Puck, but this time it's not going to be me playing. It's EG's Suppy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do our intros as well. I'm Rifkin, and of course I'm casting today with Hindralisk.
Yeah. So as I said earlier, I played Puck in a tournament yesterday on this map because there were no map vetoes and he just chose it. And I spawned in Suppy spawn and Puck spawned in Puck spawn. So it's sort of like a deja vu moment right now.
Okay. Just wait till he goes for that quick stalker to snipe off creep teamers, then you're gonna really start freaking out. But I don't know. Suppy is one of those players who we could really blame a lot on that last game, being like, okay, Puck, you didn't scout, Puck, you should have hallucinated Phoenixes, this or that. But I think the one thing we're kind of forgetting and not really praising enough is that Suppy's really good at taking advantage of situations. Like, there's sometimes where there's holes in StarCraft 2 in someone's defense, and you see a lot of players, no matter how good they are, tentative, like, I don't know if I want to commit to this or not, it could be force fields or not. But Suppy was really good at identifying every step of the game, where he was able to take engagements, when he should have taken engagements. And one of the biggest examples of this was when Puck was doing those sort of donut force fields, Suppy was just disengaging and ran away. He wasn't trying to move into 1 sentry or anything like that. No, he just waited for them to wear off, came back again, forced the recall, and that's how you need to handle those sort of situations. And there was no hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely. Suppy played really well in that style, which is really similar to how Scarlet plays, and historically Suppy's been a player to try to get inspired and mimic the Scarlet play style. So in this game, he's starting off with the hatchery first. Pretty much everyone who plays Puck today just went hatch first. Puck is going for his preferred playstyle of having the gateway expand. I think he's gonna make a stalker right after this with Mothership Core, just so that he can do the same thing he did with Scarlet, which is chip away at the front with 2 stalkers, trying to pick off a tumor or some zerglings, have the map control in the start. He does actually make the stalkers, so I wouldn't be surprised if he made the second one, because 1 stalker alone wouldn't be as strong as if it had a little stalker buddy.
Well, like, stalker, do you know stalkers have hands? I only found this out recently.
What?
If you yeah, if you zoom in, like, they got tiny little T-Rex arms, like, right underneath their face.
What? Alright, let me check.
He'll have to stop moving, it's kind of hard to see.
Oh my god, that's so nasty.
Yeah, do you see that? It's like these tiny little, like, I don't know, pokers. I don't know what you want to call them.
Ew. Alright.
Anyways, I only bring this up because, like, you know, stalkers, you asking for a buddy. Like, what are they going to do, hold hands? I don't think so.
Well, maybe if they got on the side and...
Skipping down or blinking down the middle of the map. Man.
Oh. Well, Suppy made 2 zerglings to scout. He's gotten some information that Puck is going for the forge and that he went for the gateway expand. It's just he couldn't dive into the main, obviously, just because Stalkers and Mothership Core shut it down. So seeing the forge alone, though, I think is a really good tell that Puck probably isn't going to open up with a 4-gate, because the forge is just a waste of money and it slows everything down. That means Suppy doesn't have to prepare for it.
I was hoping for this last time. We actually get it this time. We actually have the Stargate come out, so a little bit cooler potential, I feel, for what Puck can do versus Suppy. But as you point out, there are going to be those 2 stalkers here on the front lines, and whether they're sniping off creep tumors or picking up queens, he's got the killing potential as long as he doesn't engage with lings nearby.
Yeah, and the creep tumors are actually laid down, so there's going to be a lot of creep on the ramp. Puck's not going to have as much of an easy time poking as he did with Scarlet, because he actually took down the first tumor.
Some pretty free kills here. Really only losing shield damage for the time being.
Yeah. Oh, Suppy's actually making 8 more Zerglings. I feel it's a bit of an overreact.
Well, one of his queens is pretty low. I mean, he's got transfuses, I guess, but yeah. A little bit worried.
Transfuse, some Zerglings. Should be easy peasy. Speed's gonna finish up soon. Now, Puck going for this Stargate is gonna get scouted by the Overlord in the main. So the Phoenix, well, Suppy's gonna know it has to be Phoenix because the Phoenix just killed it. But otherwise, it would have been Oracle.
We talked about the hallucinating Phoenix and not using them enough, so it didn't have a lot of scouting. What's really nice is with real Phoenixes, you are going to get that scouting. You're going to be doing that harass, and I think this will it'll serve dual purposes in that regard. Most of the time, for Protoss players, you write that off because they're normally hallucinating that Phoenix patrolling around the map every cooldown, but this time you'll actually have some information to work with, which will be nice.
So when you open with Phoenix, the Zerg player is less likely to start off with Midas as fast, and since Phoenix are pretty much you can't catch them, they're going to be able to scout everything Suppy does. Picking off a drone is nice, but that's just extra on top of scouting, which is more important.
Oh wow, he's actually going to invest into this already. Normally C+1 air weapons come in, but not till later on in the game.
This reminds me of what Desro did at Risk Violet in WCS Challenger before, where he made 2 Stargates of Phoenix and just went super hard on the Phoenix. But there is no second Stargate, so I guess Puck's just going to make Phoenix non-stop on 1 Stargate, because otherwise there's no good reason to get the +1 air upgrade if you're only going to have, let's say, the standard 5 or so Phoenixes.
Yeah, there's some finesse about this too, like what you decide to actually pick up or not. One thing we do actually sometimes see, and this is I think a lot more present on Europe than most other servers, though, is if you do see these Phoenixes, massive amounts of lings are not too bad to do. A style that Suppy's already comfortable with, because of course they're not going to have enough energy in the world to graviton and beam up all those lings.
Oh, Puck just got one just to be cute or something.
Just to be cute, yeah. Puck, so kawaii.
That Phoenix has to run away, it's going to die. Okay, it died.
Losing one that certainly does kind of suck, considering he is investing into this a little bit more than just for light harass. I mean, there's those weapon upgrades coming out. He's going for the Void Rays, the follow-up. We'll see what he can get done with these, but I don't like losing that one already is not game-ending, but I really don't like that because it doesn't play well into what he's doing.
Suppy's actually, I don't know if he's in that good of a spot because he's trailing in food. Alright, he just made 36 lings to almost catch up. But the third base started at 7 minutes from a Phoenix opener, and it couldn't be punished. This puts Puck in a really good spot economically. You can't usually take fasters like that. Yeah, there we go. So Puck is going for the air toss style. I guess the +1 air weapons was the foreshadowing.
Well, I mean, you knew he was going to invest in this some way somehow, but I wasn't sure if he was going to go beyond Void Rays because, I mean, we've seen styles out of different players. I mean, Stardust, Titan, Minigun. Like, we've all seen people try and use carriers. We've seen Tempest usage, of course, on mass for Void Rays, but the one thing about this build that is really scary is a lot of air anything, no matter what the race is, gets shut down pretty nicely by fungals. And Suppy's already shown us that he gets pretty good with fungal growth.
It looks like Puck is going for a hybrid kind of thing because he's getting Blink Stalkers and Immortals. Usually if you open with the Robo and the Stargates, you're going to get Colossus to deal with Hydras. He's going... Is he going Stalker, Void Ray, Immortal, or what?
Well, I don't know about the Immortal, but what I do find interesting is, Void Rays actually fare well against Hydralisks in low numbers.
Okay. He canceled the Immortal. Alright, that makes sense.
Yeah, Mass Void Rays
he made one again. He just started one again. I guess it is Immortals, or at least one.
Oh, you know what? I think he saw the roaches being made.
Yeah, I saw the roaches. Yeah, what else beats roaches but Immortals?
Well, I mean, Void Rays do too. That's why I don't get why he's like double layering this in. I like
Void
the Colossus.
Rays pretty much beat everything except Fungos and the Queens.
Yeah, I mean, I like Void Rays mixed with the Colossus a lot. He's already gonna have that damage from the Void Rays, so a couple of Immortals layered in, I guess, isn't bad since he's buying time while the Colossus, then the Robo Bay gets made.
Oh, okay. So Puck didn't really start that right away. He waited until he had a few more Voids and maybe an Immortal before making Colossus. Taking a fast fourth as the Protoss player, it's pretty much really safe in this little pocket here. That Zori can't just swing around from the side. There's only one entrance to the whole Protoss base, whether it be the third or the fourth, is this little open area that Puck's obviously going to have his army positioned at. So, as far as taking bases goes, yeah, Puck is going to make sure that when his main mine's out, he's going to have another one at the fourth. That was a bit close there. Good thing you can recall now, though, right? Huh?
Yeah. Void Ray actually just kind of here in the middle of nowhere does need to reveal these at some point. I mean, he's very intentionally trying to hide them so Hydros wouldn't be made so quickly, but these need to get involved because right now there's no way he holds this Nexus.
Yeah, the 2/2 Zerglings are just too strong positionally when Puck recalled. Suppy just went for it, which is a really smart move by Suppy to know that the army can't be there right away. And back at home, Suppy is once again taking the Ultralisk Cavern while adding a few Infestors for support. This actually feels like Wings of Liberty to me, except not Brood Lords.
Just because there's Infestors, right?
You just defend with Roachlings and Infestors until your Hive Tech is out, but
alright, well,
yeah.
We're moving towards that fleet beacon. I like this a lot. We might see that third Stargate come down at some point, but one thing we do have to keep in mind is a lot of what he's going to have to worry about are these Ultras, right? Like, I mean, Immortals are okay, but he's not going heavy on them. The ground units...
Yeah, he has 2 Immortals in the whole army.
Yeah. I mean, the Void Rays technically are good versus Ultras. The problem is Void Rays are kind of slow, and the Ultras tend to outrun them a lot of the time. So you pop that Prismatic Alignment, you're like, time to die! And then they just run the hell away because you're fungled in place.
Void Rays could be a bit vulnerable too versus Queens and Fungals.
I like this road run by. He's going to run away from this, but Suppy's going to lose all these. There's no way he gets out alive with any of them.
It's okay because Suppy wants to just pull back the army while he replaces the supply from the Roaches into better, cost-efficient units.
Well, now we finally do have those Colossus out. We talked about this a little bit before. You know, those Lings were chewing through a lot of what he had before. Now he's actually got some AoE to deal with them, which is really nice. I would like to eventually see the Mothership involved. I mean, it's not as critical because there's no Swarm Host, but that cloak is always just so nice to have.
For sure. And it's so big and menacing too. You just look at it. Oh, I can't.
Not to mention, it actually does crazy damage. Like people forget that. It's got like 9 shots at a time.
Too, right?
Yeah.
It's a 150, 150 or something. I don't know.
It's pretty crazy. It's really expensive though, so I mean, it's worth it, I guess. But I might need to recall. Is he gonna walk back? Yeah, there's the recall. I like that.
Okay.
Surprise, motherfucker!
The few Zerglings there are sacrificed for the greater good.
But you know, it did pull the army back, though. I mean, this is the thing for Suppy. He's buying himself a lot of time. You know, before he had like 2 Ultras, now he'll have 5. He didn't have Infestors the first time, so the Roaches sacrificed themselves. I mean,
in any ZVP you see Suppy play in, he always tries to do a run by for when the Protoss army is a bit out of position. This really smart move, of course. And strangely enough, Puck is making some field cannons. Feels like PvP or something. You got Tempest.
I mean, maybe for possible detection. I mean, sometimes you want to keep a pylon alive, but you don't put cannons on. You just build more pylons, right?
And what do you know? The Zerglings.
Yeah, once again, run by. There's cannons and a hell of a lot of Zealots, or sorry, a hell of a lot of cannons and Zealots this time, like compared to last time. So won't need to recall fully. Is a bit annoying, but this is scary for Suppy because on his front door is knocking this huge army. Fungal goes down to the Void Rays. Oh, but that Prismatic Alignment melts those armored Infestors. Blinding Clouds go down, but it doesn't even matter. The Ultras don't stand a chance. There's 2 Immortals. Who cares? Because the Void Rays are in full force.
Suppy just got A-moved there so hard by those units. I mean, when you see the Colossus and Void Rays, you know, it's just a really scary sight, and he didn't have enough to deal with it at the time.
I'm not going to argue against the A move, but we did see some very selective targeting with the Void Rays on top of the Infestors. Taking those out right away was huge, because if that army gets fungled and stuck, then that's Suppy getting time to rebuild something else. But he just, as you pointed out, kind of A moved everything into oblivion, so...
Yeah. Well, that's just what everyone says for Void Rays, right? Like the Void Ray army, just A move it. I'm not trying to say that Puck is bad or something, it's just...
No. I don't think anyone took that. I didn't take that away. I just meant, like, I think a lot of people, you know, you hear people like Destiny rant, like, oh, we just see Protoss players fucking thing this and that, and
it's not like Protoss. Okay?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, as much as I love to joke about it too, Prismatic Alignment when used correctly is insane. I mean, that army dissipated, and that was a lot thanks to the focus fire. But game number 3. So this seems to be Puck's specialty. You know, taking back game number 2 after a loss.
Yeah, that was actually a really smart time to attack because Suppy had upgrades on the way, and his army wasn't as strong compositionally and also upgrade-wise. Puck's army was insanely strong. Void Ray, Colossus, Immortals versus a few Ultras.
Man, side note, I got my AC on. It's still like a gajillion degrees in my room. I hate casting in the heat. All this computer lighting BS just making everything like way hotter than it needs to be.
Wow.
But okay, what is Nimbus? Nimbus will be map number 3. 2v2. I got this. Oh.
2v2. Hey,
I
that's what we're here for.
I could fight. I still want to do a 2v.
Suppy and Puck? No, actually.
Yo,
I'll take Suppy.
I still want to do a 2v2 tournament sometime. I'm really like salty.
Everyone,
cool. Everyone like fizzled out of it last time I tried though. I was kind of bummed. Like Suppy and Xenocider kind of disappeared. Lily Canine, I don't know what happened with him. Because I remember I talked to you about like trying to take one of those slots, right? But
yeah, I was like, I'm really interested. When I play with Masto, we just win the 2v2 tournaments we play in.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny, like fun to actually get some, like not just randoms, but like quality stuff.
Whoa, randoms.
Well, no, but so, you know, you put open signups. You're gonna have like diamond players, right? You and Masa versus diamonds. That's gonna be so difficult. Such a close game.
Oh.
No, I'm not trying to, whatever. But yeah, no, we definitely. I need to earmark 2v2, like a proper 2v2 tournament sometime.
Yeah. I like how Minigun's power protesting on the chat.
Man, Minigun, what are those little things? Those are cute little curvy looking things.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, I didn't realize Minigun was in chat. What's up, Minigun? Hello.